people, welcome to my channel. My name is Miracle, Mimi for short. If this is the first time seeing my beautiful face, you are welcome. So our next video is from Black Conservative Perspectives, and it says Reid declares she deserves reparations. Like, seriously, is it coming from someone that's her parents or her ancestors never ever been a slave, or what? I don't really get it. Let's check this video out.
Elon wasn't happy, so he did what he always did and stomped his little feet and insulted Senator Warren, calling her an angry mom and referring to her as Senator Karen. So for so many reasons, being a freeloader and a selfish and disrespectful one, and for misappropriating Black vernacular for misogynistic purposes, Elon Musk is the absolute worst. Meanwhile, Senator Warren has better things to do than fight with Junior Birdman on Twitter.
All right, guys, so I know that we've been talking about the race hustlers of America a lot this week, okay, and we're going to continue on with that trend because it seems that they're getting more and more and more out of control, especially the closer that we get to the election. But it seems in this situation, we have one of the #1 race hustlers in mainstream liberal media, if not the #1 race hustler in mainstream liberal media, Miss Joy Reid, who is trying to sell a book. I'm not going to tell you the title of the book because it's irrelevant, right? I'm pretty sure none of you guys are going to buy the book, okay? But Miss Joy Reid, in a desperate attempt to market her book, is going on a ton of platforms, like this platform, Salon, to boohoo, whine, and cry racism. Oh, woe is me. America's so systemically racist. They hate black people. This is why I deserve reparations. I helped build this country. I built this country. Right. This is what she's saying. Okay. Which is hilarious because.
But wait, guys, how did she help in building this country? Please, I would like to know in the comment section what was her contribution? What did she do? Did she help in building? Did she help the poor people? Or did she give out arms to the black people, or what? I don't really get it. Please let me know in the comment section if you do know.
Black vernacular, because he used the term Karen to describe Elizabeth Warren, but yet she's rocking a blonde wig. Okay, I'm not sure exactly where you naturally see black women having blonde hair like this. I don't think this is natural. I think that she definitely took this from white culture, right? I'm pretty sure she is culturally appropriating white people, but I guess in modern day America, black folks have special rights and privileges to culturally appropriate whites, but whites can't culturally appropriate blacks, okay, unless they risk getting beat up in the streets, which is actually what happened to a woman in Boston, a white woman in Boston that was wearing braids, and you had a bunch of young scholars, young astronauts decide to commit acts of violence against her because she was allegedly culturally appropriating black people, right? So that's what happens when whites culturally appropriate blacks, but you have Joy Reid here wearing a blonde wig. Again, it's amazing how that works. This is just a prime example of the special rights and privileges that black people get in 2024 that other people don't get, but yet you have people like Joy Reid still boohoo, whining, crying racism about how bad it is to be black in this country, right? It's really fascinating stuff. I find it especially fascinating how these people that claim they're so pro-blackity black and how they love being black so much, they seem to not love their black features, right? I mean, if you love your blackness so much, you're so proud to be black, why aren't you proud of your natural black hair? I don't understand the point of this when, again, you're supposed to be so proud of your blackness. Again, it's pretty fascinating stuff. The psychology of these individuals should be studied. But what I do know is that Joy Reid, in her book, probably will not sell very well. Okay, this interview only got 685 views in 4 days. I know this video being released basically at midnight will probably get that many views in 5 minutes. So Joy Reid should actually thank me for making this video, right? Maybe I should stop giving these race hustlers so much of a spotlight on my platform, but they say such outlandish things that right, they must be called out and they must be addressed, okay? Because their ideology is very pervasive in society, even though their actual fans, their audience, don't really give a damn about them, right? So without further ado, let's get into Joy Reid boohoo, whine, and cry to try to sell a book.
It's interesting when you read through, like, you had to do so much research for this book. I know you know the history before, but what is it like to see it in such, you put it all together and see the way that black people through time have been treated? And there was a quote by James Baldwin, who was a friend of Medgar's, a famous quote from 1961, where he said, "To be a Negro in this country and to be relatively conscious is to be in a state of rage almost all of the time."
Yeah.
And has it changed that much? I mean, if you're aware and you see injustice and you wonder how does it continue, and it either directed against the black community or the double standard where white people in power, like Donald Trump, are treated vastly different than everyone else.
I mean, to be
people like Donald Trump are treated vastly different than everybody else, right? Yeah, I mean, I think he's right, but probably not for the reasons that he thinks. He's trying to imply that Trump has some type of white privilege, even though if Trump has white privilege, it's really hard to tell. It's actually hard to tell even if he has rich privilege or wealth privilege, because they're trying to bankrupt the man. They're trying to throw him in jail for alleged crimes that they would never, ever charge a Democrat with. They're trying to destroy the man on all fronts, okay? It is law warfare against Trump from his political opponents, but yet this guy is trying to argue that Trump is being treated differently than everybody else in the sense that he's getting better treatment because of his white skin color. That's what he's essentially implying here, right? But again, this is a part of how ridiculous the mainstream liberal media is. They're completely out of touch with reality.
a black person in 2024 in America is to be in a state of complete perplexed confusion about.
Yeah, I mean, you are confused, right? Again, this blonde wig that you're rocking definitely signals that you are a confused individual, right? I'm not sure exactly who told you that this was a good idea or that you weren't a hypocrite for wearing this wig, considering how, again, this is the same person that complains about cultural appropriation. But yeah, I think that there are some people that are very confused in this country. And Joy Reid, you're definitely one of them. This wig is evidence and proof.
What is wrong with a country that hates your history, to this day can't admit even the basics of what was done to your ancestors?
Again, this type of stuff, man, it's just so funny how they just allow people to make these type of claims, and they never push back and say, well, what are you talking about? Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean that they don't allow you to admit the basics of what happened to your ancestors? What is that? In this country, 99% of white people in this country, 99% of black people on the planet, 99% of white people on the planet. You're doing better than them. You're having a much better life. So, yeah, I think it is justifiable to tell you to shut up. If you look at the average black person in America, they're doing better than a vast majority of black people on the planet. But yet, if you listen to these people talk and boohoo, whine, and cry, you would think that these people are doing terrible in America, right? Compared to everybody else in the world, compared to all the other black folks in the world, which is hilarious because you know factually it's not true, because if it actually was true, if these people were doing so bad, they wouldn't be here, right? They'd be gone. They'd be gone, but they don't want to leave. They want to stay into perpetuity, even though they claim that they're being oppressed and everything is so terrible over here for black folks. But they won't go to a place on earth where they're all black people, where there no longer will be a minority. Again, it's almost as if they know that there is no better place on earth for black people except here in America. It's funny how that works. Their actions don't match their words at all.
And be grateful. And it's infuriating, and that is why James Baldwin is my favorite writer. He is the greatest writer in American history. But he's speaking a truth that still exists, and he's been long gone, but it's still true.
I don't think so, man. You want it to be true, because again, these people are living in the 1950s, 1960s, and they won't fast forward into the future because, again, that's not profitable, right? It's not profitable to do that. Okay, Joy Reid can't boohoo, whine, and cry racism and avoid accountability if she actually moves her mind into the future, into the present, and understands that you're not oppressed. You have the same opportunities as everybody else, which she objectively does. I mean, look at her. Look at what she's doing right now. Her life is proof of that. But, hey, these people, man, the agenda, right? They just can't give it up. They can't give up the race hustle, okay? It is to accumulate more power and control. They don't want equal rights. They want special rights. Let me know.
I don't really understand this Joy Reid, because before I could react to this video, I grabbed, because I was confused now. Reparation. I found out that she was not even from the country. She's not even like I found out that she was a migrant. Like, yeah, guys, nobody deserves reparations because nobody deserves reparation because your back was not weak. You did not walk under a hot sun. They did not chain you like a dog. They did not electrocute you or electrocuted you, or how will I even put it? Nothing. Like, it's history and nothing can be done. Nothing will change the fact that that is history now. Yes. Like, slave, and nothing will change anything about slave slavery. Everybody's like, who in this world did not suffer slavery? Even the Africans too, they suffer slavery. The white, the Oyibo people, the whites, Americans. Which of the countries? Please just mention any country for me that did not really suffer, or that did not really go through slavery. I would like to know. If they are going to pass anything about reparation, then they should open any of the Pandora's box, and anyone ever wrong should be reparation, should be given the reparation. So what is Joy saying? Her family was not among the slaves owner or the slave trade, or she was not even among anything slave. She's just a migrant and she's deserving reparations for what? What has she ever done? These are the kind of people that, instead of them to be bringing the black communities together, to work together, to promote them, to enhance unity, peace, joy, like her name is Joy Reid, among the black communities. But no, she's among them, tearing it down, bringing disunity among them. So talking about reparations for what? How? Where? What do you think about Joy Reid? About Joy Reid, do you think she deserves reparation like she truly say? Let me know in the comment section. Are you for or like against it? Let me know in the comment section. Like, watch, and subscribe to my channel, and have a wonderful day ahead. Bye bye.